Is Jungkook's life hanging by a thread? The shocking truth behind his sudden hospitalization and the race against time to save his memory in a twist of events that has left the global ARMY community in a state of shock and despair. Jungkook, the golden magne of BTS, has been rushed back to New York City for intensive post-recovery treatment following a life-threatening food poisoning incident during his mandatory military service. The question on everyone's mind is, will Jungkook ever fully recover, or is this the beginning of a heartbreaking battle for his health and memory? The story begins with a chilling revelation. Jungkook was initially admitted to one of New York City's top hospitals in critical condition after suffering severe food poisoning. The incident occurred while he was fulfilling his military duties, a period that was supposed to be a time of growth and reflection for the global superstar. Instead, it turned into a nightmare that has left fans worldwide grappling with fear and uncertainty. Sources close to the situation reveal that Jungkook's condition was so dire that doctors feared the worst. His body was fighting an intense battle against the toxins, and for a while, it seemed like the unthinkable might happen. However, in a surprising turn of events, his physical health has shown signs of improvement. But here's the catch: his memory has not fully recovered. This has led to widespread speculation that his condition could take a drastic turn for the worse if he doesn't receive the specialized, private care that only a world-class facility like the one in New York City can provide. The emotional roller coaster doesn't end there. Fans were initially kept in the dark about the severity of Jungkook's condition, with only vague statements released to the public. But as whispers of his critical state began to surface, the ARMY mobilized, flooding social media with prayers, hashtags, and messages of support. The revelation that Jungkook's memory is still fragile has added another layer of heartbreak to an already devastating situation. Why New York City, you ask? The answer lies in the city's reputation for housing some of the most advanced medical facilities and specialists in the world. Jungkook's team has reportedly spared no expense in ensuring he receives the best possible care, with a team of top-tier doctors working around the clock to monitor his progress. The decision to fly him back to NYC underscores the gravity of his condition and the urgency of his treatment. But the road to recovery is far from over. Medical experts have warned that Jungkook's memory issues could persist, raising questions about his future and his ability to return to the stage that he has lit up for so many years. The thought of Jungkook, the vibrant and talented performer who has captured the hearts of millions, struggling with something as fundamental as his memory, is almost too much to bear. As the world watches and waits, one thing is clear: Jungkook's journey is far from over. The ARMY remains steadfast in their support, holding on to hope that their beloved idol will make a full recovery. But the question lingers: will Jungkook ever be the same again, or is this the beginning of a new, uncertain chapter in his life? Stay tuned as we continue to follow this developing story, bringing you the latest updates on Jungkook's health and the ongoing efforts to ensure his recovery. One thing is certain: the world is rooting for Jungkook, and his fight is far from over. The shocking news of Jungkook's hospitalization first broke on a quiet Tuesday morning, sending shockwaves through the ARMY community. Initial reports were vague, citing only that Jungkook had been admitted to a hospital due to health concerns. But as the hours passed, more details began to emerge, painting a grim picture of the situation. It all started during Jungkook's mandatory military service, a period that has been marked by its own set of challenges for the BTS members. While the specifics of the incident remain under wraps, sources confirm that Jungkook suffered from severe food poisoning, a condition that quickly escalated into a life-threatening crisis. The decision to transport him to New York City was made after consultations with medical experts who emphasized the need for specialized care. The hospital in question is renowned for its cutting-edge technology and expertise in treating complex cases, making it the ideal place for Jungkook's recovery. Upon arrival, Jungkook was immediately placed under intensive care. His condition was described as critical, with doctors working tirelessly to stabilize him. For days, the world held its breath, waiting for any sign of improvement. Then, in a surprising update, it was announced that Jungkook's physical health had begun to improve. The toxins that had ravaged his body were slowly being eliminated, and his vital signs were stabilizing. But the relief was short-lived, as it was also revealed that Jungkook's memory had been affected. The news sent fans into a frenzy, with many expressing their heartbreak and concern on social media. How could this happen to someone so full of life? One fan tweeted, "We need our Jungkook back." Another pleaded. Medical experts have since weighed in, explaining that memory issues following severe food poisoning are not uncommon, especially in cases where the body has undergone significant trauma. However, they also caution that recovery can be a long and arduous process, requiring specialized treatment and support. Jungkook's team has remained tight-lipped about the specifics of his treatment, but sources indicate that he is receiving round-the-clock care from a team of specialists. The focus is not only on his physical recovery, but also on addressing the cognitive challenges he is facing. As the days turn into weeks, the army continues to rally behind Jungkook, flooding social media with messages of love and support. Hashtags like #GetWellSoonJungkook and #WeLoveYouJungkook have trended worldwide, a testament to the global impact of the BTS star. But the question remains, what does the future hold for Jungkook? Will he be able to make a full recovery and return to the stage, or will this incident mark a turning point in his life and career? Only time will tell. For now, the world watches and waits, holding on to hope that Jungkook will emerge from this ordeal stronger than ever. The emotional toll of Jungkook's hospitalization cannot be overstated. For fans, the news has been nothing short of devastating. Jungkook is not just a performer, he is a source of inspiration, joy, and comfort for millions around the world. The thought of him suffering is almost too much to bear. Social media has been flooded with heartfelt messages from fans, many of whom have shared personal stories of how Jungkook and BTS have impacted their lives. "Jungkook's music got me through some of my darkest days," one fan wrote. "Now it's our turn to be there for him." The BTS members themselves have remained relatively quiet, likely out of respect for Jungkook's privacy. However, insiders suggest that they are deeply affected by the situation and are doing everything in their power to support their bandmate. Jungkook's family has also been by his side throughout the ordeal, providing the love and support he needs during this challenging time. Their presence has been a source of comfort for fans, who take solace in knowing that Jungkook is surrounded by people who care deeply for him. As the world continues to follow Jungkook's journey, one thing is clear: the road ahead will not be easy. But if there's one thing the army knows, it's that Jungkook is a fighter. He has faced challenges before and emerged stronger each time. The hope is that this time will be no different. With the best medical care in the world and the unwavering support of his fans, family, and bandmates, Jungkook has everything he needs to overcome this hurdle. But the question remains, will he? Only time will tell. For now, the world watches, waits, and prays for the day when Jungkook can once again grace the stage with his presence, his voice, and his unforgettable smile. Jungkook's hospitalization is a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the unexpected challenges that can arise at any moment. But it is also a story of hope, resilience, and the power of love. As the army continues to rally behind their beloved idol, one thing is certain: Jungkook is not alone in this fight. He has the support of millions around the world, all of whom are rooting for his recovery. The road ahead may be long and uncertain, but if there's one thing we know about Jungkook, it's that he is a fighter. And with the love and support of his fans, family, and bandmates, there is no doubt that he will emerge from this ordeal stronger than ever. So, as we continue to follow this developing story, let us hold on to hope. Let us believe in the power of love, resilience, and the human spirit. And let us pray for the day when Jungkook can once again light up the world with his presence. Until then, we wait, we hope, and we believe. Because if there's one thing the army knows, it's that Jungkook is worth fighting for.